Embrace the chaos. Embrace the chaos! Aye, there be spoilers in this one, matey. Embrace the chaos.
I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
There's chaos in you. Embrace it. Embrace the chaos! What's up, Birdcage Mafia? It's your boy KCB from the B1C, coming at you from the Bird's Nest, nestled right here in the Blue Ridge Mountains of northeastern Tennessee. I hope everyone is healthy and having a beautiful day out there. And if you're a subscriber, I want to say thank you very much for coming back and hanging out with me today. But if this happens to be your first time with us, welcome to the channel, where we review the entire universe of Marvel and Star Wars, and as well as character origins of the same. If that sounds up your alley, go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment, and that will enter you into our 1,000 subscriber giveaway that I'll explain at the end of the video. This episode begins where the last left off, with Steven and Marth both freaking out over the hippo goddess Tarwet.
Oh man, wow, these meds are really amazing.
Which Steven mentions in the first episode.
Bring those hippos up here, will you?
Yeah, sure. Tarwet. The hippo goddess Tarwet.
After the initial shock wears off, she explains the asylum is just a mind space asylum, sort of a way for his mind to perceive this alternate dimension his soul has traveled to as he's headed to the Egyptian Enad version of the afterlife.
To the realm of the Duat.
Duat, the Egyptian underworld.
It also is no coincidence that Doctor Strange is coming out next week, because the episode gets into a little bit of multiverse madness stuff. About different realms, different afterlives, as well as the astral plane in Black Panther.
Ancestral plane. Oh, just gorgeous.
After the screaming session is over, BAM! Who we think is Mark with a broke nose, and the Dr. Harrow trying to talk him down, which we now know is all in his head, because he has been shot and is actually dead.
I'm not crazy. I'm dead.
He explains this is all of his making and tries to convince Mark that he's crazy.
Calm down, Mark. Mark, I didn't shoot you. Your mind is violently vacillating between sense and nonsense.
Saying his mind has created all of this to protect him from completely breaking down, but it is actually Mark who has created all this in order to suppress a very tragic childhood memory he does not want to relive, and I'll explain that in a few minutes.
Open the door! Mom?
We find out in the first episode that somehow the wall between him and Steven has somehow recently broken down.
We've always managed to keep a wall between us, but something's changed.
And instead of it being a way to hide from Harrow and what he is doing for Khonshu, Steven has created, because of him trying to deal with his mother's death after years of her blaming him for his little brother's death.
It's all your fault.
So even though it seems that Arthur Harrow is doing this in the real world, it is really Mark trying to process all that he has had to deal with up to this point in his life. Anyway, after they calm down and the hippo goddess explains that they are taking a time out, basically, and Mark is really dead.
Oh gosh, this will really bake your noodle, but I think you were just taking a little time out. I'm afraid you are actually quite dead.
I'm sorry, what?
And they are actually travelers through their own version of the Duat, which is the Egyptian underworld. And the hippo goddess is guiding them through their journey to the afterlife. The reason that they perceive this as an asylum is the Duat's true nature is impossible for the human mind to comprehend. They also realize that the reason they see an asylum is because they are basically insane.
Why would we imagine this realm to be a psychiatric hospital?
Because we're insane.
Well, Mark gets a bit dodgy, as they say, is thinking it's all an illusion, opens a doorway and BAM! They are sailing on an ancient Egyptian ship.
Patience, and there's Crawley, probably about to yell, bingo! Oh my God!
To Arrow, the field of reeds that Stephen mentions in the first episode.
Except for the heart.
They believed you needed your heart to be judged in the underworld, and only the worthiest would be allowed to pass through the field of reeds.
The goddess explains if their hearts are balanced in life, they will spend the rest of their eternity in paradise, the field of reeds. Then she plunges her hands in each of their chests and pulls their hearts out to weigh them on the scales of justice along with the feather of truth. The ancient Egyptians believed that the heart was a sign of who you really were in life. If the scales balanced by the time the shipwright is over, your soul was permitted to enter their version of paradise, which is the field of dreams. So if you build it, they will come. Whoops, sorry, wrong story. The field of reeds. Although the scales don't balance, then woohoo, she says, you will be thrown overboard, and the dead will drag you into the duat, and you will remain forever frozen in the sands.
Don't balance.
You get thrown overboard. Whee!
The dead will drag you down into the duat, where you will remain forever, frozen in sand.
Well, as the hippo goddess tries and balances the scales, they refuse to balance, and says that the hearts are not full and feel incomplete, and without balanced scales, the duat will claim their souls. Thinking they may be hiding some truth from each other, the goddess then advises the boys to go and do a little soul searching in order to fill them up, and this must be done before they reach the field of reeds and their souls destroyed. As they re-enter the asylum, they go through a doorway that has almost all of the corpses that Mark, as a mercenary, has killed in the past.
Just a creepy calf filled with dead bodies. That's all it is. No prizes. Guessing whose room this is. Yours. Funny.
And Stephen just happens to get a glimpse of a little boy, which we find out the little boy is Mark's little brother, so Stephen follows him.
Steve, don't go near him. Man. What's your name? Oh, hold on there.
Mark disagrees and tries to get Stephen to stop, knowing exactly what he is about to learn, which is the open secret that started it all, and Mark does not want Stephen to know the truth. As Stephen follows the child, he sees the truth. Mark led his brother into a cave we saw at the beginning of the episode as it was raining. The cave filled with water and his little brother drowned. After this happened, we find out his mother never forgave Mark for this.
It's all your fault.
And that is why in the first episode, Layla asked if they were talking again, not knowing that she had actually passed away.
No, this is my mum's flat.
Okay, so you guys are talking again?
As his mother takes her rage out on Mark as a child, he manifests Stephen as a defense mechanism to deal with the trauma and hardship. And then, BAM! We flash to the night Bushman, Mark's ex-partner, kills Layla's dad and find out exactly when and how he became Khonshu's right hand of justice, Moonknight.
Rise and live again as my fist of vengeance, as my Moonknight.
Hey guys, it's your boy KCB. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to thank the sponsor of this video, which is, of course, Bird One Creations. Because when it comes to content creation, you can sure bet one thing, that Bird One Creations is a content creator that wears many hats. Y'all have a good night, you hear? Well, after they find this out and they are back with the hippo goddess, she explains that Harrow has finished what he has set out to do, and souls are being dropped into the duet before their time.
Fear is spreading in the upper world. Unbalanced souls are being judged and condemned to the sands before their time. Oh, this is bad. This is evil.
Harrow.
So she decides to help them and take them to Osiris's gate, which is the only way back to Khonshu, so he can resurrect Mark and help fight off Harrow and Amet. As she steers the boat towards the gate, Stephen and Mark finish balancing the scales, and Stephen finds out the truth that Mark has been hiding. That Stephen was never real to begin with like he thought, but just a way for Mark to deal with his childhood trauma, and the death of his mother was the catalyst that broke the wall Mark had built in his mind in order to separate the two as he needed. Then, BAM! Stephen is with Dr. Harrow instead of Mark.
To Harrow, yeah? Is it?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow.
Almost dead.
And when the doctor calls Stephen's mother, he flashes to the moment she dies and the moment that the wall breaks down.
Is it? Mom's death in Shiva 2 months ago. This was the moment our lives started bleeding into each other.
At that moment, they feel the ship stop and see the gates of Osiris. Unfortunately, the scales did not balance, and the souls of the Durant try and claim their souls. They both fight them off, even Stephen stepping up and fighting like Mark.
But if I'm you, that means I've got this too.
And Mark not being able to save him, Stephen falls overboard. And we see as he turns frozen in the sands. At that very moment, BAM! The scales balance.
The scales are balanced.
And we are left with Mark as he stands in the field of reeds, alone.
What? You're not supposed to talk.
Once again, folks, we are left wanting and wondering on the edge of our seats, as we're going to have to wait for the finale to find out how this series is actually going to end. But I tell you what, folks, it's been one hell of a ride so far. And if you've made it this far with me, I would like to say thank you very much. So I'm going to go ahead and get into our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Don't forget to comment, like, and share down below. You could be the winner of the big gift card giveaway. It's free money, all for a couple minutes of your time. Okay, folks, at 1,000 subscribers, we will be giving away a $100 gift card of your choice or $100 worth of Bitcoin, either or. If you're already a subscriber, I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, because this channel is really jumping. I cannot thank you guys enough for the love and support that what has happened with this channel in the small amount of time that I've had it. But if you happen to not be, just go ahead and drop down there and subscribe, drop a comment, and that'll enter you into our giveaway. And please, please don't forget to slap that notification bell to make sure that it lets you know the next time we're about to drop a little bit of knowledge. Well, folks, this is KCB from the B1C signing off. I love each and every one of you, and I'll catch you on the next one. I said BAM, baby! What's up, my Birdcage Mafia family? It's your boy KCB from the B1C coming at you live from the Blue Ridge Mountains here in northeastern Tennessee, where I'm from. The reason I'm making this video today, I started this channel actually a couple years ago, but I didn't really start using it until February. This is the middle of April, and I'm already being able to be where I want to be. And I cannot thank you guys for your love and support of what you've done for me for this channel. Words can't describe. I never thought it would do this. I never thought it would jump like it did. Don't forget, though, we do have... If you're a subscriber, I want to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. If not, go ahead, drop down there at the bottom, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, because what the comment will do is it'll enter you into our giveaway. And the most comments is the winner. And don't forget to smack that bell notification. That way it'll let you know when we get ready to drop a little bit of knowledge. Well, folks, that's it for me, KCB, your boy right here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. I want to thank y'all again for spending your time with me today. Peace, love, and happiness, and I'll catch you on the next one.